Hi everyone, welcome to ACADS. So this video is a part of our NABARD strategy videos. So in this video we are going to analyze logically what is the impact of new pattern on NABARD exam and should you attempt it. So broadly we will be coming across 5 reasons why you should be preparing or should not be preparing for NABARD. So let's start. Number 1 reason, NABARD is an emerging exam. So what is an emerging exam? So let me take you to the next slide. Emerging exams are those exams which are typically characterized by low candidates per seat ratio. So if I compare UPSC, RBI and NABARD, UPSC has a ratio of around 1428 candidates per seat. In case of the RBI, the ratio is around of 1000, and in case of NABARD, the ratio comes down to around 320. So this is based on rough data of last year, 2019 or 2020. So what is the implication of this low candidate per seat ratio? Number one, if I categorize exam in these three categories: emerging exams, growing exams and saturated exam. So UPSC has a very high bar. So you need to put in a lot of efforts to clear UPSC exam, and the amount and the quality and the standard is very high that is expected from you. While if you go on to other exams like RBI, the bar is a little lower, but there are other exams like SEBI and NABARD which are still unexplored, and they are considered emerging exams because of number one, low aspirant ratio, second, entry barriers are high in these exams, effective demand is low because people are not aware about NABARD and SEBI, faculty quality due to lack of quality content, these exams are easier to crack, and ultimately marketing. So if you look at exams like UPSC CSC, it makes you an IAS or collector. Everyone is aware about who is a collector, but some people are aware about RBI grade B, RBI job, RBI governor. But if you ask any candidate or any general public guy what NABARD is, they wouldn't be able to tell so. So that's why SEBI and NABARD are considered emerging exams. Coming on to the second reason, timing. So as you all might be aware, we have currently recovered from second wave of corona. So if you look at first wave, it was very wide and lower side, but the second wave, it was very high and it was narrow. So after this unlocking, almost all the institutes, they are trying to leverage this small window to conduct their exams, be it UPSC, RBI, NPS, state PSCs. Take any institution, they are trying hard to conduct exam in this small window because there is a prediction about third wave in October or November. So what this is leading to? This is leading to clustering of exams. And second, even the top exam conducting bodies like UPSC and RBI, their candidates are busy with their interview. So this ensures that the cream of the nation is not focusing on exams other than UPSC and RBI. Another thing that this leads to is distribution of candidates between different exams. So if you have 6-7 exams to focus upon, some of them will be focusing on UPSC, RBI, NPS. So this gives an edge if you are preparing for NABARD. Okay. Coming on to the third reason, pattern change. Yes, again, following the trend of RBI and SEBI, NABARD has also done the same thing. Pattern change कर दिया है. So whenever there is a pattern change, it gives an advantage to freshers. सब equal हो जाते हैं. And again, the seniors, or you can call them veterans, people who are attempting this exam multiple times, they usually undermine the difficulty of descriptive patterns. They think if syllabus same hai, they would be able to write. But this is something that we have observed in case of RBI, that descriptive is going to be a huge disadvantage, or it is going to be a big challenge for these candidates. So I'd suggest all the freshers and the candidates who are planning to appear in NABARD not to take descriptive change lightly and prepare well for it, and then increased effective weightage of descriptive. So what is effective weightage? So let me explain you, taking example phase 2 and ESI paper. It has 50 marks objective, 50 marks descriptive paper. In objective, your marks, no matter how bad your paper is, you will score around 25, and it can reach at max up to 38, say 40. But in case of the descriptive, there can be a huge variations in your marks. It can range from 5 to 45. So if I have to look at the variable component of the marks, not the fixed one, 25 can be taken as fixed, 5 can be taken as fixed. The variable component in case of objective is around 12 marks. In case of descriptive, it is about 40 marks. So this shows that the weightage of objective is around 12 by 52 and the weightage of descriptive is about 40 by 52. So instead of looking at the raw or the absolute number, try to use your brain, you be logical and focus on the effective weightage of any portion and then prepare accordingly. Coming on to reason number 4, there is no QRE. No QRE as in it has been made qualifying for phase 1. And merit or the selection, it will be decided on merit section. So what these merit sections are? ESI, ARD and GA. So this shows that QRE is now qualifying. Earlier it used to be around 80 to 100 marks. So this used to be very beneficial for banking aspirants who were good at QRE, but now everyone is again equal. And another benefit of not having QRE is इससे जो एक element of luck रहता है वो eliminate हो गया है. And again थोड़ा जो benefit होगा या highly beneficial वो UPSC aspirants के लिए होगा, क्योंकि QRE नहीं है, descriptive है, and ESI and ARD everything is in syllabus of UPSC directly or indirectly. Around कुछ portion नहीं है that they would be able to cover easily. Reason number 5, integration between phase 2 and phase 1. पहले क्या होता था, एज आई मेंशन्ड अर्लियर, QRE रहता था, कंप्यूटर नॉलेज रहता था. सो उसकी वजह से फेज 2 इट वाज मोर अबाउट QRE, कंप्यूटर नॉलेज एंड एवरीथिंग, 120 मार्क्स. एंड ARD ESI ये सिर्फ 80 मार्क्स का होता था. सो पीपल यूज टू फोकस मोर ऑन दिस सेक्शन एंड लेस ऑन ARD एंड ESI. बट इन फेज 2 पूरा ESI एंड ARD हो जाता था. सो दिस क्रिएटेड अ डिफरेंस बिटवीन फेज 1 एंड फेज 2 पैटर्न. बट अब क्या करा है कि इवन द फेज 1 ESI प्लस ARD प्लस GA है, एज आई मेंशन्ड अर्लियर, एंड फेज 2 भी इंग्लिश प्लस ESI प्लस ARD. सो जो आप प्रिपेयर कर रहे हैं फेज 1 के लिए, इट विल बी हेल्पफुल फॉर फेज 2 ऑल्सो. सो दिस क्रिएट्स अ हार्मनी बिटवीन बोथ द पैटर्न्स एंड यू कैन हैव एन इंटीग्रेटेड प्रिपरेशन प्लान. इससे दूसरा बेनिफिट क्या मिलता है, जो फ्रेशर्स हैं पहले वो फेज 2 के लिए प्रिपेयर करते फॉर अराउंड 15 to 20 डेज आफ्टर फेज 1. उससे पहले वो QRE एंड कंप्यूटर नॉलेज इन सब पे फोकस करते, बट नाउ दे कैन फोकस ऑन अराउंड 40 डेज बिफोर फेज 1 एंड अराउंड 20 डेज आफ्टर फेज 1. सो अराउंड जो उनका टाइम इंक्रीज हुआ, इट हैज बीन इंक्रीज बाय 4x. सो दिस शोज कि इट इज अगेन मोर बेनिफिशियल टू फ्रेशर्स. रीजन नंबर 5, I guess. Reason number 5 is lack of relevant material in the market. So although the material is available in the market, it is very bulky, and I would like to introduce to one effect which is known as Dunning-Kruger effect. So in this effect, when people are not so knowledgeable about themselves or the exam, they overestimate themselves. So ये NABARD exams या SEBI exams इसमें especially होता है. People feel कि यार they are so great and they would be able to cover 10,000 or 20,000 pages of material. I don't know how they have so much confidence. But this is the only explanation I know. It's a very well-known effect, Dunning-Kruger. Please search it on Wikipedia or Google it and you will learn more about it. When people are, I should not say, but I will say, when people are stupid, they feel that they can do so much. So इसलिए वो काफ़ी bulky and difficult content को पढ़ने की कोशिश कर लेते हैं. But as they realize, they study more into the thing, they do a little research, उनको realize होता है कि it's not a smart strategy to go into such detailed things. Ultimately, they should be focusing more on high return and effective study material. So this is something which might act in your favor if you are doing prep smartly. Most of the people, and it's not a small number, if I have to estimate, I will estimate this at 80%. 80% people think कि वो आराम से कुछ तो 1500 या 2000 पेजेस पढ़ सकते हैं, they can retain it, they can revise it and then reproduce in the exam, and that too in just 30 to 40 days. For me, it's highly impossible, and for our other team members, they also think it's not possible for them. Second issue is with the information overload. Human brain is limited in capacity, you need to realize it, but the information that we are getting from Wikipedia or from all these reference books, it is leading to information overload, जिससे कैंडिडेट लास्ट में फिर विड्रॉ कर लेते हैं एप्लीकेशन. थर्ड थिंग, इमर्जिंग मार्केट्स और इमर्जिंग एग्जाम्स. जैसा कि पहले मेंशन करा था, NABARD इज एन इमर्जिंग एग्जाम, सो दीज एग्जाम्स रियरली अट्रैक्ट टैलेंटेड मेंटर्स. So keeping in mind all these principles, we have come up with NABARD 2021 course. We believe in simple philosophy that any intelligent fool can make things bigger and more complex. It takes a touch of genius and a lot of courage to move in opposite direction. This is what we are trying to achieve with ACADS. We are prepared a very compact and to the point course for the ACADS, and this is for those people who value their time and who feel that the compact and to the point material is going to be beneficial for them.